Welcome back. To recap the last session of the Iron Hearts, you all had an encounter with yellow musk zombies, and you initiated some guerrilla warfare tactics and top tier powers to keep those zombies largely neutralized. Half of the Iron Hearts went to retreat, while the other half went to investigate the ruins. The party was split into a lookout getaway team and an incursion investigation team. Pip led Billy, Chompy, Anit, Musharib, and Devon as the lookout team, while Julian, Lieutenant Rel, and Undril led the incursion team. The Yellow Musk zombies were intimidated to keep their distance as the teams delved further into the ancient stone village. Dwarven symbols for shelter, about a month old, were on the entrance to the ruins. At the temple, in the center, ancient Chultan hieroglyphs were seen behind vines and foliage. Using fire, the entrance was freed from its vines, and the incursion team discovered a treasure at the bottom. The treasure appeared to be a gold box with 6 Chultans in a canoe depicted on it. However, once 2 giant flowers bloomed and erupted with yellow musk, the party initiated a quick retreat. Undril was charmed by the yellow musk and began walking towards her doom. But thanks to the counter charm initiated by the bard Pip, she was rescued. A quick retreat from the ruins ensued. As the Ironhearts continued their journey back towards Camp Righteous, Bluegill Billy and Chompy encountered a magic tree that appeared to have 2 corpses hanging from its vines. Billy and Chompy returned to the party, and all of you encountered the tree. When it is discovered by AFK that the tree is using enchantment magic, Pip immediately uses Dispel magic, which the tree immediately responds by flinging one of the bodies at the group and burrowing into the ground. The corpse, as it turns out, was actually a charmed person, an Aarakocra, an Avon, who introduced himself as Chip. Chip is frightened, starving, thirsty, and freezing to death. Upon gaining the trust of the Ironhearts, he explained that he was sent by his teacher Ashara from Kir Sabal to find the lost city. Resting in a tiny hut, Pip approached Chip with a painting of him. With further discussion, Pip reveals that they know the location of the lost city, and Chip reveals he knows the city's ancient name, Omu. Chip relays that a teenage girl and a 10-year-old boy are staying at Kir Sabal with Chip's brother Ruff and his sister Peach, and as well as his teacher Ashara and the rest of his people. Blizzard conditions prevent the party from traversing Chult, and shelter is needed. Julian proposes building an igloo. Using a Moxen and improvising your weapons as shovels, the party constructed an igloo. As the igloo is finalizing construction, Undril suddenly screams out in distress. Julian is the first to see her. She is standing still in the snow, looking around and trying to gauge her surroundings. When she catches eyes with Julian, she waves, and Julian inquires why she screamed. The intellect devourer that you now know has consumed her lies to Julian. I thought I saw something in the snow. It must have been my eyes deceiving me. Julian then sees the snow move as something moves beneath it. At first, Julian asks if it's a critter, possibly with a unicorn horn. Intellect devourers, brains with tentacles and drilling teeth, begin attacking the party and combat ensues. Musharib, Anit, and others take psychic damage and nearly have their intellect devoured before the Ironhearts are able to destroy the frightening brain imposters. The aberrations are ultimately destroyed, but something horrific takes place that night as the party attempt to rest in their igloo. AFK is attacked by Undril. Undril doesn't seem to be in her right mind. In fact, after much drama and trauma, the Ironhearts discover that an intellect devourer has replaced the brain in her skull, taking over her mind and body. At last, thanks to help from Enit the priestess, she declares the Undril they knew is dead. Julian is ready to deliver the mercy kill to Undril before Enit claims that a protection from evil spell may be their last hope. Lieutenant Rel invokes the fated ley line connection he has with Bjorn Thunderfoot to cast protection from evil. So we'll pick up right where we left off. The igloo fills with a warm glow. You all see green grass begin to grow around Undril's body, sprouting from the snow. Flowers begin blooming from tranquil vines as they spread from Undril's body, along with an aura of celestial light. There is an air of magic and the scent of roses in this small shelter from the storm and chaos outside. Lieutenant Rel seems to be glowing with light and responding to a voice in his mind. For the first time in his life, he is filled with a divine presence, and you all feel a warmth. You all feel inside you love and peace and a strong voice speaking in your mind. Undril's mind has been devoured. Her soul is trapped in her comatose body. If you wish to bring her peace, you must bring her body back to nature, back to the cycle of life and death and rebirth. Ironhearts of Midgard, you have the power to assert this cycle, but it will require a unique ritual. Remember, only the world serpent can create something from nothing, and it devours what it creates. If you want to create something, if you want to bring peace to Undril, you must sacrifice a piece of yourself. And you can see Lieutenant Rel is motioning for you guys to sit in a circle around Undril. And he calls out, I'm going to begin a seance. Everyone, get close.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
I edge closer.
Enit and Musharib and even Chip all sit in this circle as you guys are surrounding Undril's body as it lays in the snow surrounded by grass and flowers. And Lieutenant Rel starts handing little candles out to everyone, and Musharib begins lighting them before sitting down. And the voice is you hear in your mind again. Life. Undril must be connected to life. Her mind can be restored, but it will require sacrifice. Each willing participant must sacrifice some of their own life, their own ability to empower this ritual and restore her mind. Lieutenant Rel begins by making a cut along his arm where blood falls into the snow, and Musharib does similarly. Now, each of you has a moment to sacrifice something to empower the magic of this ritual. You can see Anit is actually holding her mind, and a piece of spirit seems to come out of it and into Undril. Anit has chosen to sacrifice some of her own ability score to restore Undril's intelligence. Undril's intelligence score was brought from a 12 to a 0 by the intellect devourer. If she wants her mind back, that 0 must be restored to a 12. Right now, it is at a 3. Pip, Parashar, AFK, do any of you have something you would like to contribute to this ritual?
Parashar wants to lend his intellect.
Yeah. You may sacrifice a magic item. You may pray to Undril's goddess Shiva. You may pray to your own deity. You may expend spell slots or otherwise show your devotion and sacrifice for this ritual. So, Parashar, you can sacrifice 1 intelligence, and that will be added to the pool, bringing her to 4.
If I spend a spell slot,
She needs to get to 12.
And she needs to get to 12.
If I spend a 5th level spell slot doing this, will I get a point of exhaustion?
No.
Okay. Then I'll do at least 1. Go down to 2. No, wrong button. Right button. I'll do 1 spell slot, 5th level spell slot.
Yeah, I would be praying, and I guess the kind of blood sacrifice that Musharib and Rel are doing, is that like sacrificing HP over? Is that the idea?
You can either sacrifice HP or hit dice, and the
Okay,
amount
so
you sacrifice will translate to how much ability score.
okay.
So, Parashar, you said you're going to sacrifice some intellect. Are you going to sacrifice 1 or 2 from your ability score or more?
Well, my intelligence says 0. So what does that mean? I can't take away any, can I?
Not if it's 0. Is it really 0?
It's a 0.
Are you talking about the ability modifier or the score?
The
score.
number above. It's a smaller number.
The ability modifier might be +0, but that would mean that your score is 10.
Okay, my score is 10.
Yeah. So if you sacrifice it to a 9, you have a -1 modifier, and if you sacrifice it to an 8, you still have a -1 modifier. But if you sacrifice it to a 9, hers goes up by 1. If you sacrifice it to an 8, hers goes up by 2.
So here's what's going to happen. This is all being kind of explained to Parashar in some way that he can understand in the context of this meeting. And he's going to like reach up and grab his head, and he's going to say, her blood is helpful. And so he looks around and he sees that blood was given to assist in the sacrifice, so he understands that he can give life, like hit points and hit die. So he's going to switch direction, and he's going to say, Parashar can give much more here. And then he takes his halberd and he stabs himself in the chest.
Okay, nice. Now you may sacrifice either HP or hit dice, or a combination of the two, and that will determine how much her ability score goes up.
20 HP, 5 hit dice.
What was the HP?
I have 101, and I'm going to sacrifice 20.
Okay. And 5 hit dice?
And 5 hit dice. Very surgical. He's trying to be a surgeon. Let me take that off right now. Down to 81. Down to 4 hit dice. He just rakes the halberd across his chest, and then blood comes out. Kind of greenish, reddish blood.
Right. And I'm sorry, what'd you say you're doing, Pip?
Oh, thank you. I was just going to give, like, I guess I'm gonna do HP as well.
Did you say you were going to pray?
Yeah, I figured there would still have to be some kind of sacrifice.
So if you pray, it's you're trying to persuade whoever you're praying to. So there's a possibility that the persuasion will fail. But ultimately, I would like you to do whatever you think is most in character.
Well, there ain't much that Pip's better at than persuasion.
Like maybe you could even do a painting, whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, that is typically what Pip would do in this kind of situation. So yeah, Pip would definitely be focusing, very concentrated on this task at hand. Quite serious. Undril, as frustrating as she may have been in the past, her most recent transgressions are not of her own, and that kind of invasion of one's autonomy, invasion of one's ability to control one's own body and mind, that's just about as low down as Pip can stand. So he would be focused very much at this task of painting this multicolored, brightly lit, almost with this ethereal glow coming off of Undril, using all of the white light of the igloo and the participants in this ritual as this otherworldly form kind of covers over Undril's body. You can kind of see in the painting that she is levitating up off the ground, and the flowers and the grass beneath the snow cover and move up towards the top of the igloo.
As Pip is making the painting, what he paints reveals the ethereal plane and actually changes what happens. Undril's body does begin to float. And you can see in Pip's painting, hovering above Undril is the shape of a humanoid in a like meditative stance. cross-legged, hands open, and there are 12 hands in this deity, whatever it is that's floating above Undril. And she is surrounded by a ring that looks like a gear, a cog, and it is just suffusing the igloo with all of these multicoloral psychedelic lights that Pip draws. You can't see it above Undril, but you can see it in Pip's painting. And Musharib steps next to you, Pip, and he says, that is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And he takes some of his blood and allows you to use it as ink. And Anit comes next to you as well and says, it is a masterpiece, Pip. And she also offers some of her blood as ink.
Pip's got his Pip's got his mirror shield as his usual palette. He's got all of his paints in there, and their various stages of mixing and coloring, and this addition of the blood, Pip realizes can be mixed into all of these different hues and colors that he already has working. He starts kind of folding the paint into itself and just tinting each color, each hue with a little bit of that blood, mixing it into all the paint and all of the this whole large canvas he's stretched before himself.
And so the whole painting takes this kind of red hue with the 12-armed deity surrounded by a halo gear cog, Undril's body floating in the center, and all of you sitting in a semicircle around it. Billy steps up and he says, you know, not a lot of people know this about me, but I'm a master chef. And he pulls out this little dish with a little plastic handy wrap around it. This is the best meal I've ever cooked. My brothers, Jilly and Killy and Philly, they all loved it. And I want Undril to have it. And he sets it down on top of her chest. Pip, you can make a persuasion check with advantage. Nice. Okay, that's enough.
You win.
I wasn't sure.
From Undril's body, from Lieutenant Rel's hands, he steps up from your circle, and he approaches the body of Undril, and he grasps her skull, and exploding out of the back of her neck is a brain, which immediately shoots out its tentacles and tries to run away. Julian takes his sword and stabs it in the snow, where it twitches and dies.
From the back of Undril's head?
Yes.
So the brain, yes, it explodes like an alien out of a stomach. Instead, it's a brain out of the back of the skull. And as it goes to crawl away from you guys, Julian stops it with his sword, killing it.
Did we all just get panhandled?
You hear
I
a
don't
new.
think that means what you think it means.
I'd
You
probably
hear-
not.
You hear the voice in your minds again. Undril's life cycle has been returned. She must also return to the cycle of death. A new body must become host to Undril's soul. The new body must be sacrificed to the earth. No one body can contain more than one soul. Lieutenant Rel stands at attention, slamming his Amatsan spear into the snow, saluting the entity he cannot see above Undril. I volunteer my body.
Real? What?
He turns to look at you all. When we first ventured out into Chult, I promised I would never leave a soldier behind again. I have not told you my full story, how I lost my men to the Yuan Ti, but Chult will not take anyone under my command. And Undril is under my command. Please, friends, understand. And a tear is going down his eye as he looks at all of you, standing at attention.
Me miss you, Rel. Anybody hear me?
Yeah, we heard.
Okay.
Rel looks at you, Parashar. I will miss you too.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but I may never
Parashar,
see any of you again in this life.
Parashar claps him on the shoulder. Come back soon, friend.
Lieutenant Rel looks at you, AFK. It was fun slinging firebolts together, friend. Sling a couple extra for me next time.
Blood still going down her nose. She'll nod.
Lieutenant Rel looks at you, Pip, standing at attention. Remember this pose, Pip. One last painting. Next time you feel inspired. And he stands at attention in front of you.
We could put her in Devon. Just saying. You don't have to go.
I've made my decision, and you all need Devon to carry my things. To carry all of you through this jungle. And I don't think the ritual really works like that. I don't think we can pick a creature. It's not an equivalency thing.
Good luck, Captain.
Commander. He's the captain. And he nods over to Julian.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, I know that you didn't make this decision lightly, Rel. Just know that your loss will not be taken lightly. Old friend, go in peace.
Loss. Rel never loses.
If we can see Undril finally returned to Camp Righteous, even if it's just her body, I will be happy. This is the only way to deliver her soul to the afterlife.
I don't understand, but I don't have to.
The voice speaks in your mind. IronheartS, you are worthy, and your sacrifice will deliver Undril peace. The Amatsin spear begins to dissolve in Lieutenant Rel's hand as the rest of his body begins to turn to dust. And as it does, Undril's body has this soft glow about it. The igloo grows dark and cold as the magic from the ceremony fades and the candles all go out. Musharib speaks a prayer and puts the belongings of Lieutenant Rel into a small pile next to Undril. Or Undril's corpse, I should say. There's a trophy. There's a belt pouch, illusionist bracers, his Prometheum dragonhide armor, 5 potions of healing, and his Frost King Lieutenant's ring. Init is sobbing, and Musharib comforts her. Chompy and Billy sit close to each other as Billy slowly pets Chompy's head. It's okay, boy.
um, just want to say, back at Red Rock, Chris kind of shoots a knowing, tearful look over at Bjorn.
Bjorn is surrounded by aides, soldiers, trying to manage the siege of Castle Red Rock. And he looks to Christ as people are talking to him. It all just kind of zones out. I wish I could be there.
Chris just nods and tries to focus on what he was doing, helping Bjorn prepare for the siege.
Chip walks up to you, Pip, and just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder.
For once in my life, I don't quite know what to say. I appreciate it.
He just nods. And for the next little while, you guys are left in the igloo with your thoughts, with your characters' thoughts and feelings as the blizzard begins to finally give way outside.
Does the blizzard die down?
Correct. The jungle is now traversable again.
Captain?
Julian passes around his flask to everyone and pours a little on the ground, just a little. Aye. Let's get to this cursed Camp Righteous. Be done with it.
Aye, Captain.
Pip passes. Sorry, I need to feel this one.
So I see where 2 spaces southwest of Camp Righteous. Is that correct?
Southeast, yeah.
Okay. Then I believe that's the coordinates what we want to head to. Who were the I'm trying to remember the character. Was it Igneous? Was the priest?
Init.
Neat. Would there be a burial for both the characters, or for Rel and
Rel's body and Amatsin dissolved, but Undril's body is still present.
Oh, right. Take it to Camp Righteous. That's what he said.
Yep.
Okay. So I suppose Devin's going to be carrying their materials, and yeah. Okay.
Anit and Musharib heft Undril and Rel's stuff up onto Devin, little makeshift pack of his things,
And would
sobbing.
would they make like a little, like, for their religion, would they make like a little marker for where they passed away, like on the spot that they passed, or
Normally, yes, but there's not much to put there. Do you have any
right?
ideas?
I mean, I'm not talking like a tombstone, but I mean like just a little,
Mm-hmm.
like two little markers, not like big ones inside this igloo. That's just probably gonna maybe not stay for a while, as the temperatures of Chult are crazy.
But it can stay
Parashar
up
can carry
in the
much.
igloo. Go ahead. Okay.
Parashar can carry much.
Oh, these burdens you don't have to worry about, Parashar.
Okay.
Could I look at the was it the Frost King's ring that Rail had?
Yes. Yep.
As I don't remember what it does, and I'm curious as to what it does.
So AFK, upon inspection of the ring, you may have heard the other Ironhearts speak about the oath of the Frozen King and their mission there in releasing his spirit. It was our second adventure before you guys were even called the Ironhearts,
I remember. I just don't
and
remember what it is.
the lieutenant's rings give you resistance to cold damage and protection from cold environs from the penalties like exhaustion.
Oh, and he was wearing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if nobody minds, AFK would say, I don't want to mean disrespecting or anything, but this could really, really help me right now. Unless you want it,
No
Pip.
shame in it. No shame in it at all. Go right ahead.
Okay. I'm going to put that on.
Musharib speaks up. It is the dwarven way, and Rel would be honored if you wore it.
Yeah, and he probably felt bad when I got really, really cold, too. And he didn't bring it up. So I believe if we're all packed up, we want to start traveling. Okay.
Anit does speak up.
Mhm.
AFK, you mentioned maybe we could leave something behind.
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
And she picks up the trophy that Lieutenant Rel had taken from a fallen enemy and his insignia of rank.
Was that the king's monkey helmet?
I thought it was a different one because I thought Pip was holding on to that.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
If it is, then she would ask Pip.
I've still got it.
Perhaps Rail
Oh,
would be happy if we left something to mark his
yeah.
last.
I have an idea. Let me just check real quick.
So she takes his insignia of rank, his dog tag, so to speak.
Pip,
As
can you
Lutherie,
can
go
you
ahead.
make like a tiny little object in
Probably
any way?
work something out.
I figure we can make like a tiny little snake and then put the helmets on it.
I'm not a sculptor by trade, but I'm sure I could work something out for us. Trouble is, most of the materials we have available to us are ice.
Are
And
there
that will
any
melt.
sticks that are snake-like? That would work. Parashar, can you go find a snake-like stick?
Why?
So that we can mark the spot where Rel passed away.
Okay.
Thank you.
And with huge vaunting legs, he saunders off. Somehow not making much noise in the forest and seeming like he blends in instantly. All right, shall I
Parashar,
roll?
no, you return with a winding, weaving stick.
Okay, Parashar, can you plant it right here?
Hold on. This is how this happened. I walked out, I turned, I went behind a tree, and then came right out from behind that tree with stick in hand.
I'm not gonna ask where the stick came from. I'm just gonna ask you to plant it right here.
And sort of with the strength of swinging his halberd, slams it into the spot that you pointed to.
Pip, can you put the helmet on top?
Yep. You got it.
And Anit puts his insignia, his commander's rank, dog tags over that, kind of wraps it around so that it's hanging from the middle of the snake stick.
And maybe Captain Julian could put a little mark on this stick, or he has the dog tags. Maybe not. I thought I was gonna say he could carve Rel's name into this branch, like on the front or back or something.
Pip, if you could do the honors.
Oh yeah, Pip, I forgot. You have paint.
I could achieve this any number of ways, but I do like the idea of carving. So I'm just going to go ahead and
Sorry, Kev, I don't mean to single you out, but you're the best person I know with a blade.
Oh, Shane.
Oh yeah, who could?
Shane, you're cutting out there. You'll
Oh,
have to repeat yourself.
I said, sorry, Captain, but you're the best person I know with a blade.
What did you say, Shane?
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I said, sorry, sorry to single you out, Captain, but you're the best person I know with a blade.
No problem, AFK. When it comes to magic and religion, it's still the only tool I know how to use. And he sheathes his blade.
Well, that and your drink.
I already gave that. Don't make me do it again.
Oh no, I just meant it's more like a religious thing. Never mind.
Musharib makes a little carving on the stick in Dwarven. So anyone that can read or write Dwarven can see what it says.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Nope, not me. Scratches barky, furry side of head.
Nope.
Rubs some drool off of chin.
If no one wants to do anything else, I'm ready to go.
Parashar grunts. Go.
Pip, Captain.
No, let's go.
Parashar will
Alright.
take point, and he lumbers off in the direction where he thinks that we need to go, which may not be correct.
Yeah, I will do the survival rolls. It used to be Rel had the highest survival, so Parashar with a +6, I think, is the new candidate.
Should I roll survival?
No, I'm going to do the roll for you.
Okay. Thank you.
And AFK, you have a +5, so you're next best. Now, are you guys traveling at a fast pace, a normal pace, or a slow pace?
Can you remind me of the three just real quick? I think it's
Yeah,
either
no
gonna be
worries.
fast or normal.
We're not in my favorite terrain anymore, right? That was
Correct.
okay. Dang.
So you will move 1 hex at a normal pace. You will have the possibility, a 50% chance to move 2 hexes if you move at a fast pace. And you have a 50% chance to not move at all if you move at a slow pace.
Okay, so
At a slow pace, you have the chance to sneak up on whatever you find. At a fast pace, you have disadvantage on perception checks to run into something.
fast pace.
Stand by. As you guys move at a fast pace, you can, let's get Parashar and AFK. You guys can roll perception checks with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yep, because you're running through the jungle.
So that'd be a 14.
Aha! You said jungle. Favorite terrain. Got it back. I'm still looking for the perception button. I always lose it.
It's on the left side, underneath proficiency bonus. It's right next to the stats with the big numbers.
Inspiration. Saving throws, acrobatics.
Yeah, it's yep. you're on
Perception.
Yep.
I pushed it.
Click it once.
I did. It's not loading.
There it goes.
Wow.
Holy moly. Is that a nat? That's a nat.
Oh no, that's not a nat. You
What?
rolled a 14 and an 18.
It says 20. I'll take it at 20.
Yeah, 20 plus 3.
A dirty 20.
A dirty 20. I notice the trees as we run by. And knowing Parashar, he waves, shakes hands, and keeps going.
As you guys are running, you don't notice what is immediately in front of you and what you run into until it is too late. All of you must make dexterity saving throws.
Can I ask why? The dexterity
I will-
saving throw from what?
You are unsure. You've just run into something, and I will
Okay.
explain what it is when I get the results.
We're at the stage of this.
Yes. Yes.
Usually you don't know what happened until you're on your back on the forest and you look around grogging, groaning.
Well, some lucky rolls for your NPCs over here. AFK 15, Parashar 18, Pip 19. All of your NPCs well above the DC. Billy and Chompy make it. So all of you feel the ground shifting beneath you, and you're all able to leap out of the way of what you realize is quicksand, except for Julian, who's sinking about to his waist. Oh, jeez.
Arshar immediately with his, large stature and very long arms, can take the end of his halberd and then stick it out and hopefully be able to reach Julian, if that is at all apparent, like that can happen. I can grow to larger size too, which gives me another +5 reach.
Funny enough, he may be able to get out by himself. He doesn't need to breathe. He could try to swim.
Oh
on
my
the
gosh!
bottom, and then try to find parchment and climb out the other side. But
So he's gonna
but it's-
Chuck Norris
better-
the quicksand.
it's-
Okay.
It's better to pull him out now.
Yeah, Julian stopped struggling. Oh, yes, me armor.
No. Struggling only makes me mad.
This is simply a minor inconvenience. Parashar, you do, now that you guys are stopped from your running pace, you guys can hear the sounds of monkeys all around you, and you can see a totem that is sticking up out of the ground, like maybe 10 feet tall, as Parashar begins reaching for Julian.
Is that Parshar didn't make that totem, right? That's something that was already there.
Correct. It looks to
Okay.
be like an ancient Chultan totem.
Do we
I don't know if you
recognize?
guys can see the map you're on.
I see the
We
map.
can see the map. We can also, you probably don't intend, we can see the enemies.
Oh, that's fine. They don't have to be enemies. They're creatures.
I was
You
gonna
can
Red,
hear-
they're enemies.
I
I'm
was
tempted to
gonna
hit
say-
them now.
Okay.
You can hear the chitter of apes, and they all seem, now that you guys are getting a bearing on your surroundings, They are surrounding these what look to be berry bushes, and they have like giant smears of berry on their face, and they're all just eating the berries, watching you guys watching Julian struggle in the quicksand.
Do we recognize these monkeys, these apes?
Oh God.
These are not the same flying monkeys as before, right?
These look to be more like gorillas.
Okay, good.
They're not chittering so much as they're grunting.
Okay. Pip? You okay, buddy?
No, I'm pretty fucking far from okay. What do you want?
So these monkeys, excuse me, these apes, they're just watching right now. So I think if we just leave quickly, they'll leave us alone. And if you would want to talk to them before or after, you just let me know, okay?
Oh, okay. Yep. As long as we don't start no shit, hopefully there won't be no shit. Let's just get Julian out of here and get on our way.
Can Parashar, can you reach Julian? I don't see where this quicksand. I don't see where he plopped in, or
I see me. I see Julian. He's quite
Oh,
far. There's the
now
quicksand.
I see it. Okay.
So we're gonna assume I move to the edge, if that's safe? Question mark.
Yeah, I guess technically you guys would be a little bit closer having just stepped out of it. Oh, my mouse.
That's okay. I just wanted to see if he could reach Julian.
No.
Looks like he's 15 feet away from you.
That is exactly my reach. 15. I thought it was 20. So I will have to
Okay.
grow. I will have to grow, and
Does growing root yourself?
I can't. It makes my speed 5.
I can actually hold on, because we kind of need to get over. I'm guessing we would need to go over the quicksand. So we need to.
Wait, why do we need to go over? We just keep going the way we were going.
I'm pretty sure the way we were going is forward through the quicksand, like through the little path to the right.
Were we traversing to the right, or were we traversing to the left? We were going left to the right, so we do need to go to the right. So everybody stopped, and Julian continued, and then he fell in. Got it.
Okay, so Pip,
Yep.
can you you can direct Devin on where to go, right? You can help him.
Oh God, he could just fill up the pit for us, and we could walk over.
Oh, well, I see what
Oh,
I'm thinking.
Don't we still have a bunch of rope that we could use?
Well, we need to all get over the pit.
Yeah, and
Rope
then
could help.
we can use Devin as kind of a to kind of pull Julian
Well,
out once we get rope attached to.
I was gonna
Julian.
say, yeah, but then if I cast fly on Devin, he'll be able to go over the sand without a problem.
Well, I mean, if you want to use magic to get it, but I think we could just use some rope, buddy.
To get us all over? Do you think he can like swim through the sand?
No, I think we throw rope at Julian off of Devin,
Uh-huh.
and then we tie the rope down to Devin's saddle, and we use Devin to pull Julian out.
Okay.
Or Parashar might be able to reach him, and Parashar's quite strong too.
Yeah, but the issue is that after we pull him out, we all need to cross over the quicksand.
Arshar is already grown and leaning into the quicksand, and he's got his halberd reaching out to Julian.
I see. Well,
Unless you want to go through one of the monkey paths, or excuse me, unless you want to go through one of the great ape passes.
So I see. We're trying to cast fly on Devin so we could just fly on over it.
Again, get a bunch of people over, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I see your point. I feel like that's probably the best way to do it. I can't really think of another way to do it either, so.
Do the apes are they still just watching?
Yeah, they're just watching and eating the berries. Musharib speaks up, and let me do a quick roll with him. And he says, the berries that they are eating are somewhat rare in Chult. If you consume them, they can help you overcome sickness, disease, and poison. I do not know if we want to risk disturbing the apes or if we would be better off moving on.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I think for Pip's sake, we better just mosey on.
All right, and what are you guys doing to help Julian out of the quicksand?
So, Parashar is probably going to pick him out here real quick since he's large size and can reach over.
Okay, so Parashar, why don't you make a strength saving throw?
Rashar lift. Strength saving throw.
So it takes a minute,
Huh.
but you and Julian are both able to pull Julian back to the side that you guys came from of this giant pit of quicksand. The apes all around you look to be finishing their berries, and they're all just kind of standing and looking at you guys as Julian is retrieved from the quicksand.
Fly it?
Huzzah!
Do we want to fly on? Look, I don't. Wait, how many passengers can Devin hold? We went over it before, but I forgot.
We've lost enough people that I'm pretty sure all of us did.
Well, you also
but we
picked
did
up
pick
one.
Up Chip.
I forgot to put his token on the map, but Chip is there too.
Although Chip can fly.
Yeah.
Just saying. You don't even need to use no spells. He's got wings.
That's true.
You know, I'm so sorry. Can I go? I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break.
Okay.
In character.
Goes into one of the berry bushes. You can only move 5 feet, right, Matt?
Yep. Until I can shrink it at will. And I don't expend a resource or anything. It's like a, what is it? It's a bonus action, I think, that I can do to transform.
I think we would just want to try to not disturb the apes and pile on to Devin. I just don't know how many passengers Devin can ride on Devin.
I thought it was all but one of us.
Zach, how many riders can Devin have?
He is a huge beast, so he can carry a large beast. I do normally huge beasts take up like 3 squares, but I think that was just because Wizards of the Coast didn't want to make giant minis, so I have them take up 4. So I will rule, I think there's like a whole strength score that gets doubled and stuff like that, but I've ruled that he can carry 2 large creatures or 8 medium.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if everyone's okay with it, I'll cast the fly spell, and I can make Devin and Chompy fly, and that should account for everyone.
And Chip can fly himself.
Yeah, and there's actually room if he wanted to ride, if he wanted to.
I can give you a hand casting that, helping out, making people fly if you need. I can do that too. But
Do you
I
have
don't mind.
okay. Do you want to do the honors? I was going to cast fly at 4th level to do it to Devin and Chompy, and then we'd all be able to float over the sand.
Oh, so you can increase the targets at 4th level?
Well, yeah, it's a 3rd level spell, and if you cast it at higher levels, you get to choose an additional target.
I see. Okay, well, then, we could both cast it at 3rd level, or you can cast it at 4th level, whatever you think is like the
I've
most
got more.
optimal.
I've got more 4th level slots, so I'd rather cast it at 4th.
Dope.
Okay, Zach, AFK is going to cast fly on Devin and Chompy.
Okay. Billy gets his wind surfing stance on Chompy, and he's like, "Yeah, we finally get to really windsurf, Chompy." And he's like windsurfing with Chompy in the air as you guys all climb on top of Devin, who begins listing into the air.
Is that a thing Billy did? I had no idea.
Yeah, because Chompy is a Spinosaurus, so
Ah.
Billy's a small creature, and he just gets on one side of him, like kind of kicked to the side, like windsurfing the Spinosaurus.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
And the saddle they got is equipped for that. So you guys get to see them windsurfing in the air as the rest of you pile up onto Devon and levitate, fly over this quicksand area, leaving the apes and the berries behind.
All right. I just want to check.
Is our flying speed currently faster than our walking or running speed?
AFK?
They would have
fly
a
adjust your speed.
It just gives you a flying speed of 60. So you'd have a movement speed of whatever, and then you might get climbing speed or a swim speed, but those are a part of movement. Fly speed is its own thing.
And fly only lasts how long? 1 hour?
That's a while, I thought.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. Enough to get over sand.
Hey, when you cast fly on me and I only have 5 movement speed, that'll be pretty convenient.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good tactic.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I was considering was getting a freaking chariot.
Well, if you can find a huge mount.
I guess. No. With a wagon, I would get in the wagon and have 2 war horses pull me. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but I was thinking if you want to keep your movement, you could get a huge mount because you go to large size, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you need a huge mount to be able to ride something if you're large, and then you get movement based on the mount's movement.
That big horse from Breath of the Wild would do.
I'll take your word for it. Zach, where are we?
Spoiler. Sorry, Shane.
So I'm assuming that you guys continue towards Camp Righteous.
Yes, please.
Hopefully.
We're crawling and walking. Camp Righteous. Camp Righteous.
If we end up in Hawaii or something, I won't complain. I'm confused, but I won't complain.
End of the world? Psh, won't happen till next week.
As night approaches, you guys see ahead of you an encampment. Tents have been placed up. As you move at a fast pace, you reach Camp Righteous, and that's where we will take a short break. We'll say 10 minutes, maybe 15 tops. So if you're with us live, we will see you about 7, maybe 7:05. And we'll see you soon and see what Camp Righteous has in store for us.
Woo.
Welcome back. So before we took our break, you guys were on your way to Camp Righteous, and you seem to have come upon a camp. You can see on your map some tents and a large structure. The canoe is frozen over right next to you. It looks to be an abandoned riverside camp strewn with wreckage. The tents are moldy and tattered, and all the permanent structures appear to have burned to the ground. Two intact rowboats are tied off to a short dock. North of the camp is a ridge, built into which is an 80-foot tall stone statue carved to look like a man with a crocodile on his back. Between the statue's feet is a stone archway leading to a dark tunnel. To the left of the statue is a crude animal pen with a small panicked bird running around inside it. There are no other signs of life.
Arashar looks left at comrades, look right, looks at the animals. Are we hungry?
No, I don't think so. Or
Arashar appears to be drooling more than usual.
good job, Parashar. Good job. Hey, Chip.
Yes.
Think you could fly up and just take a look around and see if you see anyone. I do it myself, but it takes a little something extra for me.
Not for long. The skies of Chult can be just as dangerous as the ground. And he spreads his wings and takes flight into the air.
If you see anything, just come back, okay? Don't be a hero.
A moment passes and he returns. There's nothing around but the jungle and the creatures that call it home.
Okay. So, Captain, if you're okay with it, I think you and, Devin should keep the camp here, and maybe we'll have a little scouting team go out and check things out.
Julian kind of hobbles over to Devin. Devin's my best boy. It's clearly belligerent.
Pip, Parashar, maybe we should go check out these tents.
I will follow.
Stick together. I would prefer to go with you than to be alone right now.
Maybe Ined and Musharib should stay too. How do you two feel about that?
Anit and Musharib look at you. We are far outpowered by the IronheartS. Whatever you deem best, we will do.
Stay with the dinosaurs.
Yeah, y'all stick and Billy. Would you mind making sure all these kind folks are safe?
Yeah, me and Choppy are on it.
All right.
Tess. There it goes. I made choppy sounds, but they didn't go through. I was like, bah, rah, bah, rah, rah.
Sorry, my mouse is misbehaving. All right. You guys can tell me what you investigate first. You can drag and drop your tokens a couple squares at a time as you investigate the camp.
I think we should check out the tents first, see if there's anyone in them. Anything. And by we, I mean Parashar should look in.
I can't find myself. Where am I?
Oh, I might have to put your token on there. Sorry about that.
Parashar. Has anyone seen Parashar? Parashar?
Oh boy. He get lost.
Did you see him walk off?
I'm sure
I
he's around
swear.
here.
I swear. I looked at him, and then I looked away for just a minute, and he's gone. Parashar.
All right, you should see me on that.
I am here again.
Where did you go?
Parashar does not know.
I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. Anyway, I need you to take a look inside these tents and tell me if they're safe, and then we can go look.
Well, we'll move on from there, I suppose.
Look.
But yeah,
And he might casually like walk through this tent on his way over there. Because he came from over here like this. I don't know.
Sure.
Are all these tents like up, or are they all flat or something?
You should see on the map there are there's a building that's been half, or maybe you don't see on the map, maybe it's hidden right now. But what you see is what you get. The tents are up unless you see otherwise.
Because to me it looks like all these tents are up, so I just wanted to make sure they weren't like all flat, because he said he walked through one. So
yeah, you don't walk through one, Parashar.
Okay.
I thought
You
he
never
said
seen a
he
bear
walked
walk
around
through
it.
a tent? Same thing.
Okay.
I
Okay.
heard what I wanted to hear, apparently.
Yeah.
So
What's,
Parashar,
yeah.
you open one of the tent flaps and look inside. It looks to be empty, and all of it smells of mildew and ash.
What's inside,
Why don't you
Parashar?
roll? Why don't you
Mildew
roll
and
a
ash.
perception check?
Perception. Disgrace. Plain as the scar on his face. Perception.
I don't know what world Parashar is in, but it sounds kind of catchy.
It's a solemn song from The Lion King too.
I know what it is. So what'd you get, Matt?
You don't find anything in the tents. They look to be emptied of belongings, bedrolls, persons. They are empty, both tents that you look at. Or actually, I guess the opening for the other one's on the opposite side. So this tent is empty.
Doing a diaper change.
I don't know what Parashar's doing with that rat. Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess we'll just keep checking these tents one by one. Go to the next one over.
So Pip, do you want to check the next one?
I'll
You can
take
just
a
put
peek
your.
inside at the entrance without going inside all the way.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm working some angles right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Empty. Completely empty. You see some bugs inside. You know, some beetles just crawling around on the ground. That's it.
bugs, delicious bugs. Well, all right, we'll move on. Keep moving on. Uh, so, what's a nice temp like you doing in an awful place like this?
Go ahead and roll.
I mean, the smell that Parashar took without emotion just like blows Pip away. Like, we're talking like gag, and then you take 5 steps away and you're still gagging. You know, it's like in your face, your
I don't
throat.
know. I don't know what y'all are doing, but you seem to be in another world entirely. So I've just been checking these one by one, and I think something bad's about to happen. So heads up.
Uh-oh.
You hear a hissing sound, and something jumps out at you as you open the tent. It clangs up against your armor. A poisonous snake then falls to the ground, trying to slither away.
Yeah, if it's within my area, or would I get an attack of opportunity as it tries to get away from me?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanna step on it, I suppose, right on its head.
Sure.
Snake tastes mighty good.
I think your paintbrush attack will suffice for this.
Oh yeah, well, that's mighty kind of you. Let me find where I keep that. It's been so long since I've done an actual attack. Sorry. There we go.
And you stomp its head. Its body moves quickly and then stops completely.
Oh, is it dead?
It's dead.
All right. Well, kind of pick it up off the ground, throw it over my shoulder. All right. Well, that's dinner.
I do, if I may go.
Yep.
I would like to cast Detect Magic at first level.
Okay.
I mean, minus the 1, because I don't want to ritual cast it. I want to do it right now. And I just want to see if I detect any magic. And if I don't, kind of want to move around a little closer and see if I get any pings off my little magic radar here. Can you see the blue circle?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yeah, actually.
Stand by. You do not currently detect any magic.
Okay. Then I just want to go by Pip here and just walk towards those boats.
Boats. Oh, boats.
Yep. There's boats down there. And if I don't get anything, I
2
want to...
rowboats.
Yeah, I want to go check out those rowboats, see if there's anything inside of them.
Yeah, I'll follow you. I'll cover your back. How's that sound?
Birds of a feather live together. I walk
You
with them.
don't detect any magic. You see the 2 rowboats. You see the remains of what was the campfire for the camp, and you can see one of the what looks to be a one of two shrines. You can see there's just littered ground, and the big tent next to you is covered in rips and slashes.
Yo, that don't look good.
That looks like it needs to be investigated by Parashar. Parashar, buddy.
Should we split up, gang?
No. Just let's stick together. Let's go look inside this tent right here.
Roo.
The one with all the scary rips and tears in it. I want you to look in there.
Of course, friend.
Okay, thank you.
Which one?
The one
so
that
the-
is in complete darkness.
And the entrance to the tent is open to the what used to be a campfire pit. Parashar, you can roll a perception check.
I will say, Zach, that I can't see anything farther south. Like it's total darkness below me.
Like, can you see past your aura?
No, my aura disappears.
I can't see past this point.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that I can roll a perception check. I am glad that I know of my ability. Thank you for the reminder. And I am just asking for it. I know.
So you remember where your
I was trolling. I was trolling the GM saying you can roll. He said you can roll a persuasion check or perception. I was like, that's nice. Thank you for the reminder. Being a dick.
you've got more problems to deal with right now.
There it is.
Hey, oh wow.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no.
The room is empty. Look at that. Ah, darn, we didn't find anything. Let's move on quickly now. Come on.
Parashar like doesn't want to look in, so he like doesn't, and then he goes, "Oh no, there's nothing in here. Better move on."
Parashar, we're watching you.
A snake jumps out and attacks you, Parashar. But with an attack roll of 10, it completely misses you.
All right.
So it
Parashar.
missed me.
Yes, a snake leaped out at you.
It begins slithering away.
Get it!
I turned back to the room.
Dang,
Just to
Pip,
make sure.
snakes are ornery here, aren't they?
I guess so.
You could talk to it, see what's up.
Oh. Well, can you grab it, Parashar?
What?
Before it
on.
runs away?
I have a
I reach over and walk over.
Parashar has amazing reach. I forget about that.
Yeah, with my halberd, it's 10, and if I grow, it's 15. By myself, it's just +5. So if I'm not trying to halberd it, I have +5 reach, so I'm basically standing and then trying to grab it with my hands.
Make an attack roll with disadvantage, because
Roll.
you guys were like formulating a plan as it was already leaving.
Got it. And I'm going to say non-lethal, right? Just to say that. Attack roll with my halberd.
With
Sure.
disadvantage, I think he said, right? Right,
Yep,
Zach?
with disadvantage, yeah.
Oh yeah, so just roll as normal. I get
Roll.
confused because I play Fantasy Grounds, and you got to do an extra.
Yeah,
But here it's just you roll. Wow.
so you stick your halberd into the ground right in front of it, and it's kind of like slithering up your weapon back towards you.
Pip,
So I
now's
guess
your
I have
chance.
to grapple it, or somebody else does.
Oh yeah, I
I thought
forgot.
that's
you
what
could
you were
grab-
trying to do. But if not, I could just mage hand it.
Is it how small is this snake? Is it less than 5 pounds? I forget Mage Hand
It
rule.
is, yeah, it is tiny. It is going to be less than 5 pounds.
Oh wow.
And actually, you know what? You did a successful hit, so you knocked it unconscious with the blunt side of the halberd. Let me retro it climbing up your weapon. I apologize.
That's okay. We just gotta give it a little healing.
You have smelling salts on you?
Would a snake react to smelling salts?
I don't know.
Would it need like tongue salts or something? Like, what if snake culture you have to use like flavors? Sorry, I'm going
Oh,
off at a tangent.
wait. Talking to this thing's a great idea. Snakes might have some kind of connection to the UNT, just possibly, maybe even just a passing knowledge. Definitely talk to Snake. Great idea. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but also be nice to talk to one of them and see what's been going on around here. Actually, are there any other animals around? Is there any birds or?
There are lots of bugs around. There's an occasional bird that you can hear from the jungle. There are the normal jungle critters about. A trail of ants.
You know,
Beetles have taken to the mildew and abandoned campsite.
I don't think these
creatures will be very good socialists or conservationists. Well, if we see another snake, we know what we need to do. Was there anything in the
Just
boats?
knocked out. It's fine. Just give it a second. It'll wake
Okay,
back up.
okay. You want to hold on to the snake?
Yeah, I got it with Mage Hand.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'll throw it in the chat so it's there. You can peruse it if you like.
So you've got a dead snake over your shoulder and a Mage Hand unconscious snake. The rowboats and the tent are empty. There's not even there's an occasional empty pouch, but there seems to be nothing here.
Okay. Let me just do the little plenty. Okay. I'm going to point at Inette and send her a message and say, "Hey, if you see a snake, catch it for us. Like a little tiny snake, catch it for us."
Okay.
It could possibly be able to talk to it to get more information on what's happened here, where everything's turning up empty so far. No signs of anything.
You got it.
Well, let's try and wake this thing up. I kind of shake it. Hey, you, hey, little one, get up. I got the Mage Hand though doing that.
Let's keep moving while we wait for that. I want to keep on going around.
Yeah, do your thing. I'll be right behind you.
Okay. Let's see, I want to end up.
Did we look in this big tent before we move on?
That's
like,
the big
I know that we
tent.
just got bit by a... Oh, there was just the pouches. Okay, right.
Yep. All right, Zach, AFK is in a new spot, if that's okay.
Yeah, so as you approach the little gated off area, you can see a flightless baby bird, not baby bird, but a flightless bird, and it is squawking and screaming and panicky, and it is medium sized. It's like the size of an ostrich.
Oh, okay.
And it's just squawking at you and goes to the other side of the pen, afraid of you.
Hey, Pip, this guy looks like he wants to talk.
Hopefully we can get it to calm down first.
Where's Parashar?
Harshar's right behind us, I'm sure.
Do you know
see.
how good are you at handling animals?
I'm all right. I ain't no. I'm trying to think of a real world equivalent. But anyway, I'm all right.
I'm just trying to say the only thing I can do is like barbecue it. So if you've got some better magic or skills, I'm more than happy to let you take. Oh, or Parashar, when he gets back, he might be able to handle this too.
Do you want
But
me
do
to
you
keep
have any
holding on to
deeds?
this snake though? Should I just let it go?
We had change a poopy diaper. We're back now.
Well, welcome back, Parashar. I don't want to know what world you were just inhabiting, but back.
Animal handling. I think mine is pretty good. I got 4 nature. Where's my animal handling?
Very
Never mind. Screw that.
Okay.
It's a 2.
Okay. So just catch you up. We have a pen where a ostrich-sized bird is running around going crazy.
Yes, I did hear.
Okay.
And I'm with you. Autofill. As soon as I can move myself. Doodaloo. Watch.
And yeah, I don't have anything to calm this down unless like I can only guess food.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Could I do a check to see if I can understand what it's so panicked about or upset about? Is it that its food is empty? Is it just that it's stir crazy?
So it looks like the pen that it's in is too tall for it to escape, and there's no food or water in the pen.
Okay.
And as you guys approach, it moves to the other side, squawking at you.
I'm just looking to see if I have any food real quick. I do not. Do you have an idea on how to handle this? Anyone?
Well, seeing that it's hungry and thirsty, I suppose we try and at least let it out of the pen. It might just bolt on us, so we won't be able to ask it any questions. But I think it'll at least bare minimum, this animal is able to take its own steps to save itself at that point.
Ask questions, then let go?
Yeah, I got a little
I do have an idea.
Well, what's your idea, my friend?
I'm just gonna ask who's local to this place, Annette or Musharib, or they both are?
Musharib and Chip.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Anit's local to Nyanzaru, but not to the jungles.
Gotcha. I'd point at Musharib and ask him if big ostrich-like birds are native to Chult.
Yes, the axe beaks are native to Chult. They can be quite dangerous. Some of my brothers have tamed a few in the past and rode them into battle.
Okay, thank you.
The one here looks to be a fledgling. They are normally larger.
Okay. We're just trying to calm it down. Oh, what do they like to eat? Food? What did your brothers feed them to tame them?
They enjoy small mammals, bugs. They are mostly carnivorous.
All mammals and bugs. Okay.
Oh, there's bugs all over the place here. Should we try and collect up some bugs?
I don't know if that is enough. I see that there's a couple of boxes. Are those like crates, like open, or are they like dilapidated? Or
Those look to be crushed structures.
okay, okay.
I am gonna start looking for some bugs.
Okay.
I think we're gonna need to find some Chult-sized bugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, or just a lot of them. But I've seen quite a few just
Oh,
since we've been here, so
Oh, you can
might
throw
as
the
well give
snakes
it a shot.
over.
Oh yeah, we do have these snakes, so I throw the first one with the mage hand. Oh wait, that
The
one's just knocked
unconscious
out.
one.
Wait. So I don't throw it, but I do extend the mage hand up to. I can extend it up to 30 feet.
Yeah, you can float it
Uh,
over to him.
so I can float it over safely to this axe bill.
It's this dangling snake.
It's okay, little
It's,
buddy.
it snatches the snake out of the air, drops it on the ground, uses its axe face to chop the snake into little pieces, and then starts chomping them up, swallowing the chunks whole.
okay. Now make sure that you feed it by your own hand because it's gonna get attached to the mage hand. It's gonna think the mage hand it's feeding it. Sorry, that's a bad Jurassic World joke.
Yeah, I don't know that play, but I'm sure it's good. So
Surprising
how's
drop.
the axe bill looking? Is it satisfied? Is it still hungry?
Oh, still
Does it
hungry.
have a trough for water somewhere nearby?
It looks to be like there were troughs set up, but they are since empty.
Okay.
Arshar
Okay.
is meandering south a bit in his curiosity while you guys are preoccupied. He's looking at this big statue. Just meandering, ever so daintily.
So the entrance lies. There is an entrance at this statue, right between the legs, actually. It looks to be a statue of a man carrying a crocodile on his back.
How tall is this thing?
It is an 80-foot tall structure.
Goodness. Well, I say.
Init says, I have heard a story about a man and a crocodile. It was Grandfather Zetembe who spoke of it. He said, in the early days of the world, Ubtao, the first Chulted man, who later ascended to become the god of Chult, stood by the banks of a river, frightened. Crocodile raised his head from the water and asked, what troubles you, cousin man? Man said, I must cross this river, but I fear to enter the water alone, because it teems with your brethren. Crocodile replied, it's true, you would not be safe, but I will carry you across the river safely on my back, if you promise to return the favor and carry me on your back. Ubtao agreed, and Crocodile bore him safely across the water. When they reached the far bank, Man asked, how can I repay you? Crocodile replied, I wish to see the realm of humans, but I fear to go there alone, because it teems with your brethren. You must carry me on your back across your realm. Man had been tricked, but a promise is a promise. So Ubtao carried Crocodile safely on his back across the entire realm of humans, a journey that lasted many years. He also swore in his anger that never again would men and crocodiles be friends. And so it has remained this day.
Oh man, you know that crocodile stopped at every taco stand on the way, just like had to take every picture.
I feel his pain.
I would not be friends with that crocodile anymore. But thank you for that story. That it makes me not want to go inside this.
Arshar motions, points inside, and says, "Go inside now."
I'll be right behind you, 30 feet away.
Yay!
Behind
Step, step, step. Maybe trees under there.
maybe athlete's foot under there.
Step, 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 step. He's not being terribly reckless. He is going at a leisure pace and looking for, anything that stands out.
Okay. Make a perception check.
And also, do I detect any magic in this area? Also, I see the 2 feet, and then I see darkness under the feet, and then darkness forward.
Good.
Pip, buddy, you coming?
I was looking for water for this thing. What are y'all doing?
Well, looking for water. I mean, where would you, if you had like a 80-foot-old statue, wouldn't you put water inside of it?
What do you think that thing's gonna pee on you?
Well, I don't know the structure. It could be one of those fancy fountains, though. I didn't think about that.
All right. Well, I don't rightly know what the hell y'all doing. All right. I guess I'll come with you.
But
Although,
if I was going to, I'll be honest with
I
you,
was
Pip.
trying
If
to
I
make a
was gonna
friend.
fight, yeah. If I think what we should do is, I'm willing to bet that there is some small to larger animals in here that we could maybe bring out to this fledgling bird.
All
Unless you
right.
want to,
Well,
talk to that bird right now, or you just want to explore the outside more, try to find more food.
I mean, I suppose our first priority ought to be making sure that the rest of our friends aren't going to be descended upon unawares. So I want to make sure we at least scout out the rest of this outside area before we head on into cover, where we will no longer be able to keep an eye on compatriots.
Zach.
Yeah.
Well, the I see dark shade, like I can't see past the boats, and I can't see past those things I thought were crates. Is there nothing else for me to look for over there? Like, did I
To the
hit
south?
to the north west behind the behind the behind the God, I can't think of my words. Behind the big bird? Yeah, thank you.
Basically, this whole area is in shadow.
So it's night. You have to cast dancing lights, carry a torch, use a lantern.
I see.
It's dancing lights concentration, it is.
Parashar, as you get further into the shrine, you're surrounded by darkness. You can't see in front of you.
Pip,
60
any-
vision of dark vision, colorblind. Is it magical darkness?
Thank you for the reminder. AFK, you sense that this shrine has some sort of magic.
Oh,
It is a hollowed ground of sorts. The statue and everything inside of it has the aura of magic around it and suffused within it.
Pip, I'm getting the tingle of magic from this place.
And Parashar, your character does have the night vision equipped, so you're seeing as far as you can. I think there's like a dim light and pitch black thing going on. I don't know.
Pip,
Yeah, I can see 5 feet in
his
front of me
brush.
before blackness.
Yep.
Pip flicks his brush, and off the tip of it come 4 bright colors of paint that start to luminesce in the darkness and light the way in front of you.
Is it clearing the light or clearing the darkness?
Well, that's the intention. That was
Stand by.
supposed to be. Is luminesce a word? I just said it out loud, and I keep thinking that it is not a word. Now I am just curious.
Oh, okay. I did do. I'm gonna have to improvise something with
I think-
our.
I think luminous is a word.
So
Pretty sure.
your dancing lights are going to. How? What's the? Do you have that popped up in chat? I need to get.
I
There
do.
we go. Thank you.
You want some more?
Good mind.
Here we go. Okay, another bite, okay? Yeah. Oh, is it too cold? Oh, it's too cold. She
Not
doesn't like it
muted,
as
my
much.
friend.
Mama, can you microwave this real quick so that she'll like it? She didn't seem like she liked it.
Ben, we
Jeez.
can hear you.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. No problem.
So I believe you should be able to see. Can you see inside now?
Nope.
5 feet.
Light cuts off right here.
Oops, stand by. My mouse is also not helping me out. There we go.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe we could go work with our little ostrich friend in the meantime, Pip.
Yeah. I'd be looking for a water source out here.
Is that river freshwater, or is it like from the ocean?
It is frozen over. There is some snow about.
Oh,
Well, it'd only take a couple fireballs to melt it, right?
I might even be able to prestige that stuff. Let me
Sorry, I
check
didn't mean
real
to link
quick.
that.
I mean, I guess I could start a small fire so we can begin melting it with prestidigitation if that's
Oh,
a
I was
little
just saying
easier
I
for us.
could drop it in, like drop the snow into, maybe the axe beak, it's native to this place. It might eat the snow just by itself.
Well, I don't think it normally snows out here.
Well, I don't know. Oh, I could ask Mushari real quick if it snows out here a lot.
Well, we do know that this is the jungle being manipulated. The whole frost element covering this end of Chult is a new development.
Okay.
Parashar, do you see further? Is there light emitting from you?
No, let me take a step back, and then take a step forward. Nothing changed.
Okay.
I'm going to
check
step
one
down.
I'm going to refresh and see if that helps. Maybe changes things for me.
No, I
think it's gonna be. Well, you can try. Mushari,
Nope. Unfortunately.
do you have a
So,
bucket?
Pip, you can make an animal handling check if you want to feed your last snake to the axe beak.
Okay. I can do that. All right, little friend. I got one more snake for you here. Come on over, buddy. It's okay. I ain't gonna hurt you. Ooh, that did not. That was not good.
Oh, it got bright all of a sudden.
Just seeing if that'll help. If you can
It-
see inside the shrine now.
It does help. I can now see all the way to the right and partly towards the bottom too.
Can you see inside the shrine?
No.
Not at all.
Okay. The axe beak.
Oh, if I move within, it lights up.
Perfect.
Oh.
Okay. So about the
I think
axe
that's
beak.
all we. Yeah, I think that's all we needed to do.
Okay.
So, and in front of you, Parashar, is a 7-foot ledge. It makes the reason you guys can't see further in is because why don't you back your token up, Pip? Unless that's where you want to be.
Oh, well, I wanted to say that I guess it probably won't. Yeah, never mind.
So there are levels to this shrine. It's 80 feet tall, and in front of you is a 7-foot ledge.
Oh, Parashar, you'll have no problem reaching up to get yourself up there.
And further down the shrine, there's more ledges that seem to block from your view what is in front of you.
Did you say 70 feet? I
7.
can get 7. Okay, that's fine. I was like, I'm big. I'm not that big.
But it's one of those things where even if you're 7 feet tall, your eyes are not at that top 7 feet. So you're like peering over the ledge.
Sure.
Or blind reach.
I just meant
Parashar could like easily lift and pull himself up, probably. Like he wouldn't, like AFK would be like jumping up and down, trying to get up that kind of ledge.
Yeah.
Parashar, buddy.
Parashar, you had done a perception check, so you see the ledge in front of you, and the ceiling here is 23 feet high, draped with cobwebs, and the stone-tiled floor is covered with a thick layer of mud and blown-in leaves. And you can see something that you've encountered before in the jungles. You can see the edges of the leaves are not quite flush with the ground. It looks like a little mound, a little pile. So there's like this little pile of leaves and detritus at the front of the cave entrance, of the shrine entrance.
On the ground or the wall?
On the ground.
Parashar will point to it and say to his comrades, "Looks like something's there. I'll get it." Walks over, basically just takes his long arms and starts sweeping at the brush, standing not in the leaves, just outside the leaves, but brushing them away.
And as you sweep the leaves and detritus aside, you feel like there's not stone underneath, but just a small woven fabric that kind of gives a little bit like a hammock as you push down on it and move the leaves. There is no stone in front of you. There's just this like basket weave over the ground, and it feels like there's nothing underneath the basket weave.
He'll gently pinch and try to pull up. Just kind of like try to move it out of the way, gently left and right, pinch, pull up.
It looks like it's attached to the stone, so you'll have to pull on it pretty hard if you want to move it. This has been woven to be flush with the stone and to give with some weight, but a little bit more than just a gentle pull.
After some small...
there, buddy?
He'll respond saying, "Something not stone." And then he'll stand up, straight up, and then he'll take his foot and try to push without putting his weight on it, keeping his weight where he is to allow for maximum force that he could give. Just pushing down with his foot, lowering his other foot, allowing him to put weight, but not his weight into the above that thing.
Okay, make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw! I believe.
You push down and the fabric gives, but you don't fall. And the fabric kind of falls like a flap. And further down, you can see spikes have been placed at the bottom of this spike pit trap.
Is it just apparently a straight fall down, or is there anything else? Okay. Was there... So there's this mesh thing. Did I just walk up to the leaves were at the base of like a wall, or was it like there's a hallway, and I just found the leaves,
and then it's the base of the floor, Matt.
Like a section of floor, if that's right, Zach.
Yeah, the floor right in front of the ledge, pretty much where you're standing on the map.
Right. So there's a ledge. We either go up or down. So now I'll let them know. I'll tell them it's a trap, and then I'll go back and I'll step around it, and then I'll reach my hands above the ledge. I assume I can reach the top. Hands going up, trying to touch the top of the ledge.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm assuming there's no other pathway to go. It's just ledge or fall to death. Yes?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. That I can see. Cool. then I'm going to do a pull-up.
Okay. As you attempt to pull up, you take 4 psychic damage, and a magic barrier pushes you back down from the ledge.
Right into the pit. Right into the pit.
Make a strength saving throw. And you grab onto the edges of the ground right in front of where AFK and Pip are. Lifting yourself out of the pit trap. You did not fall all the way down. You saved yourself.
Okay, so 4, which should be 77. How come it didn't change my health? 77.
Parashar.
Enter. There it is.
And you just have like this kind of magic headache.
I don't know.
Could
Something hit my head in my mind.
Could I do a Arcana check to see? Because I'm pretty sure AFK witnessed what happened just now.
Mm-hmm.
So could she like figure out if it was like a magical barrier that stopped him from progressing?
You can make so Pip. All 3 of you can make your choice of an investigation or insight check.
Investigation or insight. Let's see.
Hey.
Dang.
Not very good for my end.
Parashar is
Whoa.
just like,
Yep.
Pip,
Damn. Pip.
you believe that the story of the man and the crocodile is essential to the magic that permeates this shrine. And you look out and you see your friend Bluegill Billy mounted on top of Chompy, and they're just swimming and walking. Nothing seems, they have no troubles. Nothing is attacking them.
is that the same piranha water as before?
It kind of dawns on you, Pip, that Billy and Chompy are not unlike man and crocodile.
Right. I kind of shout. They're far away, so I shout, "Hey, Billy! Chompy! Can y'all come over here?"
AFK.
Yeah, what is it, Pip?
Oh, I was gonna say AFK is like trying to point to send a message to Billy, but keeps on getting choppy. Sorry, wrong number. Sorry, wrong number. Wrong number. Sorry.
Well, I just noticed there's a similarity here between you and this the story of this alligator and this man. I just noticed a similarity between you and Chompy. So we're finding ourselves a little bit stymied in our progress to explore this this new area, and I wonder. I believe that y'all might have a little more success than we have.
And Chompy and Billy leap up over the ledge and land on the ledge. And Billy's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yep. All
And
right.
they
Well,
land on the other side.
I wanna do
just
one
be
thing.
prepared. You might have to switch places at one point, and instead of you riding Chompy, Chompy might need to be carried by you. But I'm
I
sure we
don't-
can handle it. You're a strong
I
frog.
don't think we could do that. He gets off Chompy, and as soon as he does, magic pushes them off the ledge.
Oh, okay. Well,
They land next to you, scrambling. Hey, what did you do that for, Pip?
that was on y'all. I said you might at some point. I said you might, but you just did it. But I think it should
I'm
be
not
fine if you just
going
try
in
again.
there.
Oh, Billy.
Someone else
Okay.
could do it.
Well,
wants-
you mind if I borrow Chompy?
Well, he's too big. I'll do it. Okay, Chompy, I'll be right back. And he pats his head, and hi. And Billy jumps on your back, Pip.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I did want to do one thing before you go further.
yeah. Yeah, sorry. What would you like to do?
I just want to look into the pit and see if I see anything valuable down there.
No.
Okay, have fun riding, Pip.
Oh, I'm giving the ride, I believe, but yeah. Either way, we progress on forward,
Your patient.
trying our best to be careful.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Athletics. Yep.
All right. So you climb over the ledge with Billy on your back, and Billy says, "Okay, whatever you do, don't drop me."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you. Thank you for learning that lesson for all of us. Sorry about that.
So as you get to the next ledge of this shrine, you can see the ceiling here is 23 feet high and draped with cobwebs. And there are like slits in the walls next to you. And you see another ledge in front of you, 7 feet high.
I don't like these slits in the wall. I want to check and make sure none of these pieces of floor will lead to another trap, especially with the precedent set just a few steps behind us.
What should we do?
Yeah, I'm just proceeding carefully and making sure, using my keen artist perception, making sure that all of the pieces of tile or dirt on the floor look like they're safe to step on. I'm testing them gently with my foot before I put any weight onto them. I might even get on down on all fours and kind of touch and make sure that nothing is going to be flying out or dropping us or triggering any traps.
Come on, what are you doing, Pip? You're taking forever.
I know. I'm
If you
just trying
need
not to
help-
get us all killed.
If you need help, just yell lemon pie. Or was it key lime?
So ahead of you is
Platypus.
another.
Definitely platypus.
So no traps are triggered, and immediately in front of you is another 7 foot high ledge.
All right, let's try and get on up.
Make an athletics check. You leap, climb over the ledge with Billy on your back. Good job, Pip. You're almost as good as Chompy. And now you've reached what you should be able to see is sort of like a terrace where there's 16 squares on the ground, and you can see that there's just enough room for one person to stand at the top of the ledge without stepping on the tiles. There's 16 of those. But beyond that, the pattern covers the floor from wall to wall. And clear back in front of you is another 7-foot high ledge that separates this section of hall from the area you just left. There is a wooden door that you can just see the hint of over the 7-foot ledge in front of you. And the wooden door has a similar 4x4 pattern carved into it. And as Billy is on your shoulders, he kind of looks up and he says, okay, hold still, Pip. I'm going to try something. And he stands up so that his feet are on your shoulders. Hold still.
All right. I trust you.
And he can see the pattern that's in the wall above you and calls out to you which squares are marked with an X in them.
Oh. Ah, thank you, Billy. Perfect. So we can get across it safely. I see.
I think so, anyways. I don't know,
Well,
maybe there's a cake.
Did you
Might
say
as well
key
give it a
lime
shot.
pie?
I said cake, AFK.
Oh, okay. I think he's just hungry. No, I thought it was key lime pie. Oh, okay, Parashar. You're right.
So Billy calls out to you which steps to take, and you must make a athletics check to keep him balanced on your shoulders. So he wobbles a couple times. Hey, careful down there, Pip.
Sorry.
You know, Pip's been doing really good so far, you know?
I'm just a scrappy little guy.
I guess so.
So you guys carefully navigate the patterned floor, staying away from the tiles marked with an X, and you reach another 7-foot ledge. This ledge you can see leads up to the last floor where the ceiling is only 9 feet high, and that there's a wooden door at the back of the ledge that has no handle or latch.
Okay. Well, I suppose our next move should at least be to get to the ledge. After we get up there, we'll figure out what to do from there, I suppose.
Okay, let's do it, Pip.
Make sure not gonna walk in any traps again.
So you can make an athletics check to scale this ledge. And as you attempt to climb over the ledge, you hear from Billy, "Oh, geez, watch where you're going!" And Pip, you fall to the ground with Billy beneath you. You take 4 bludgeoning damage, Pip. And Billy stays attached to you, just wrapping his arms and legs around you.
All right. Well, that was not so great. Sorry about that. That hurt my tuchus.
You're lucky I held on.
I think we both are. But thank you. It's good that you've got those suction cup black frog hands, strong and powerful.
Be quiet. I'm self-conscious about that.
Oh, don't be. Well, anyway, we might as well try this again. This time with feeling.
Yeah. Go ahead and try again.
Oh my God.
So this time you are able to make it up, but it's just taking excruciatingly long. Like you kind of have to, you try a couple times, slide down, find a couple better spots, and the two of you are able to make it up the ledge. Meanwhile, outside, AFK and Parashar, you guys are left waiting.
Gosh, I guess I'd like to go see if I can find some food to throw to the bird.
Okay.
Parashar.
We'll get back.
That snake probably would have fallen off me during my first jump, so
I
maybe it's lying there down at the bottom.
Yeah.
We were doing some multitasking, and I did an animal handling roll for you to feed it the last of the two snake that you had.
Oh, okay.
So, Billy and Pip, you reach the final floor with you can see a wood door at the end. You can see the floor of this 40-foot high, 20-foot wide chamber is littered with dinosaur bones. Webs stretch from the walls to a 30-foot tall central pillar, coiled around which is a narrow stone staircase. Its steps are covered with dust. Carved into the pillar are reliefs of a man carrying a crocodile. The reliefs follow the stairs to the top of the pillar, on which sits a large, beautiful ceramic jug.
At the top? Just
At
a
the
jug?
very top of the pillar is the jug, and at the end of the room is a wooden door with no handles.
All right. Well, let's look around, buddy. Oh, we should probably let them know how we're doing. Hey, Parashar, AFK.
What's up?
Good.
Hey, we made it to the top. There's a wooden door with no handle or any real way that we can tell that's way in, and there's a jug of water on a pedestal. We're gonna do a little bit of checking around in here, but we'll still use the lemon meringue, whatever it was, key lime pie. What was the safe word?
Let's do a new one.
All right, rubber baby buggy bumpers.
I like chupacabra.
That's my
Rubber
favorite band.
Bucky Thingy-Majigs was fine.
Yeah, you'll know it if I say it. It's
We
distinctive.
should stick to key lime pie.
Whatever you want. All right. Well,
We will listen for screams. How about that?
yeah, just wish us the best is I think the best we can all do here.
Good luck.
Thank you. So, I'm gonna look around. Obviously, this seems, Billy. This seems like there's some kind of link to the jug and the door. I just don't quite know what that how to make that work, but I feel like there's some kind of connection. Let's investigate, my friend.
All right, and I'm actually having a technical difficulty on my side, so we are going to have to take a short break here. Probably 5 minutes should be resolved pretty quickly. So we will be back in just 5 minutes to see what happens with Pip and Billy and the jug. Welcome back. I am having some technical issues on my side, so we're going to have to end the session pretty much here. So we'll find out what happens with Pip and the Crocodile and Man Shrine with Billy on his back and continue the adventures of the Ironhearts in the Tomb of Annihilation 2 weeks from now. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you would like to see the Ironhearts previous episodes, visit the Nerdcrafty Network YouTube channel. We also have art and supplemental materials on the Nerdcrafty website and Discord channel. And we've always got an ear open via the Ironhearts at nerdcrafty.com email. Hope to see you all on our International Tabletop Day stream, June 4th. The next Ironhearts live broadcast will be in 2 weeks. So we'll see you next time, friends.